Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, let's predict the price trend of Alphabet stock. I am a swing investor, and I will not consider the price changes of a stock 1 month later. This channel only makes short-term price predictions for stocks, usually 1 to 3 weeks. Welcome to subscribe to this channel. Alphabet stock retreated sharply after hitting a high intraday high on Thursday. Although it still retained a 1% gain at the close, the signal of capital selling was very obvious. The stock has just hit a recent high, but the trading volume has also increased significantly compared with the previous few days, which shows that the stock is currently facing a certain correction pressure. The company announced impressive second quarter results for fiscal 2025 on July 23rd, with revenue and profit exceeding expectations, which means that the stock may still rise further in the coming weeks. But because the stock has risen for 4 consecutive months, a lot of profit capital has accumulated in the low area, which means that the stock may also experience a correction in the short term to release some of the profit capital. From the 30-minute chart of the stock, we can see that the stock price continued to rise from July 10th to 18th, and the average daily trading volume was not large. However, the stock price rose sharply on July 21st, and the rise in the stock price was weak. The stock price opened sharply higher on July 24th, but the stock price fell back to the same level as the previous 2 days at the close, which means that the stock may have entered a selling cycle. The trading volume of the stock has gradually increased in the past 4 days, which may be a signal that profit-making capital is selling. Although the current stock price remains high, there may not be much room for further increase in the stock price. The market may still be dominated by selling in the future, which may pull down the stock price. Of course, the support position of the stock is also very obvious, and it seems that it is not easy for the shorts to significantly lower the stock price. Through the position distribution of the stock, we can see that the position volume of the stock in the $184.30 to $197.70 area has increased significantly in the past 4 days, and a large amount of funds should have flowed out of the market here. Although the current price of the stock is still high, the sell-off on Thursday has caused a certain resistance from the current price to the $197.70 area, which has put pressure on the stock price to rise further. However, most of the current positions of the stock are still distributed below $184.30, which shows that there is still a lot of long capital in the low area that has not yet exited the market, so even if the stock price falls back, its downside is not large, and the bulls may block the bears again at a certain position. Alphabet announced that its second quarter earnings per share reached $2.31, exceeding the expected $2.18. Revenue reached $96.43 billion, higher than the market's general expectation of $94 billion. In response, Wall Street analysts reiterated their buy rating on Alphabet and raised their target price, citing the company's strong performance in search, cloud computing, and artificial intelligence-driven growth opportunities. First, Wedbush analyst Scott Devitt raised Alphabet's target price from $200 to $225 and maintained a buy rating. Following the strong second quarter results, the analyst raised his third quarter and full-year guidance, now expecting third quarter revenue of $99.1 billion and operating profit of $32.7 billion. Evercore ISI analyst Mark Mahaney raised Alphabet's price target from $205 to $240 and reiterated his outperform rating after Alphabet released its second quarter earnings. The analyst highlighted Alphabet's strong performance in advertising, profit margins, and cloud computing, and believes that Alphabet's rising capital expenditures are a clear sign of its confidence in its AI strategy and long-term growth cycle. In addition, Stifel analyst Mark Kelly raised Alphabet's price target from $218 to $222, while maintaining a buy rating. The analyst Kelly believes that the company's second quarter results are solid, with good advertising performance in search and YouTube, And cloud computing revenue and profit margins are also stronger than expected. In the past 3 months, 38 analysts have tracked the stock and rated it. Among them, the buy rating from analysts accounted for as high as 76.3%, and the hold rating accounted for 23.6%, reflecting that Wall Street is strongly optimistic about the stock. These analysts gave Alphabet stock an average price target of $215, nearly 12% higher than the current price. The highest price target for the stock is $250 and the lowest price target is $160. As Alphabet increases its investment in artificial intelligence infrastructure, the company plans to increase capital expenditures from $75 billion to $85 billion in 2025, far higher than $52.4 billion in 2024, which seems to have also caused investors concerns. Let's go back to the daily chart of the stock. After the company's strong second quarter results, it seems difficult to be bearish on the stock. If based on the company's revenue and profit data analysis, the current price of the stock is indeed not expensive, and there seems to be a lot of room for growth in the future, but in the short term, the stock may also experience a correction. The stock retreated sharply after hitting a high intraday high on Thursday, indicating that a large amount of profitable capital chose to sell chips at high levels, and this wave of selling may have just begun. The market may continue to sell until this wave of short-selling power is released, and the stock price may rise to a higher level. But the stock does not seem to have much room for a correction. When the stock price falls to the level of $184.30, the stock will enter the support area, so I currently set $184.30 as the short-term target price for the stock, but whether the stock price can rebound at this position still needs further observation. If the market sell-off is severe, it is possible to fall to this price. Okay, guys, this is my price forecast for Alphabet stock. Thank you for watching. If you agree with my analysis, please share and subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video.